It's not a very good book, I'm sorry to say. Almost, but not quite. There's a hesitancy in how you write. Like, you have something to express, but you're too afraid to. The plot is fine. The fundamentals of storytelling are all fine. What I really don't like is your main character.
Well, what's wrong with him?
He doesn't feel authentic. It's as if you took a bunch of personality traits out of a hat and tried to create a character out of it.
Well, I was trying to find character traits that were more interesting rather than just...
Well, they're not interesting. The best writing advice you'll ever get is you need to write what you know. Your readers will connect even better when they feel that there's a part of you in that story.
And what if there's nothing about me that's fascinating to a reader?
Well, then maybe you're not made for this type of work.
A page is like a mirror. It always reflects what it sees in its writer. Apparently, I have nothing to show. There's nothing fascinating about me. I'm an unremarkable girl living an unremarkable life. That's why I write. The escapism. Now I need inspiration. I used to think it was a boundless river that I could draw from whenever necessary. Really, it's more like rain. It comes when it pleases, and when it's gone for long enough, the drought can feel torturous. That's what writer's block is. A drought. A mind unstimulated. The absence of creativity. Sometimes I wish I was a painter. All they have to do is look for something pretty to paint, then put it on a canvas. A simpler life. He's in this park every day, doing what I wish I could. Working off of self-made inspiration. You don't need to be inspired when you have discipline and confidence, which is exactly... Perhaps he's less confident than I thought. An artist unsatisfied. Doesn't doubt his skill, no. I'd have seen him have a tantrum before now if that was the case. But he lacks a subject matter. An artist without a muse. Now that's an idea for a character. Lightning in a bottle. That's what it feels like to have an idea. I don't really know what will become of it yet. But I'm in the business of turning ideas into ink. Let's see where this takes me. There he sits, a man of great proficiency and talent, possessing skills incomparable to those of his peers. In his own mind, his brushstrokes are deserving of the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. But for now, the canvas will have to do. And yet, he lacks the one thing all artists need: inspiration. And so he must seek it, in his environment and in people. A human connection means little to him. People must be reduced to function as props. A muse for him to observe and replicate. To catch his gaze is to possess objective beauty. Nothing makes it onto his canvas by luck alone. Some days, he finds himself so close to perfection, his brush moving artfully in his fingers with the proficiency of the great Renaissance painters of the past, and for fleeting moments he thinks, maybe I have it. Other days, he stares into the blank canvas, wondering if it will ever become anything of note. But the canvas is a mirror. It always reflects what it sees in its artist. And though his canvas may some days be blank, that is how they all start. The blank canvas has the most potential as it stands yet unspoiled by the paint of uninspired ideas. And so, he only permits his brush to stroke the canvas once he knows what he wants. When he finds that, which he has always sought. When he finds his muse.
When he finds his muse. I like it. This new protagonist feels authentic, like he's an actual person with flaws, goals, personality. I think your readers will love him.
You don't know how glad I am to hear that.
Oh, I know. You're probably just as happy as I was when I published my first novel.
Oh, so you're actually thinking about accepting the book? You really gonna publish me?
Well, only if you rewrite the rest of the book the way you did with the first chapter here. If you do, then definitely. You have a good thing here, Audrey. Now you have to make it clear for us what exactly it is your character is painting.
Well, the idea is that the character doesn't really know what to paint. He keeps coming up with ideas, but can never really...
Yes, and that's how you establish him. But in the end, we actually need to know that your character has painted something. Decide what your character's muse actually is. Even if he doesn't know what it is. Then we have a story.
Excuse me, hi.
Sorry, I was just leaving.
In quite the hurry there. You're leaving everything behind.
Well, I'll make 2 trips.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say hi. Introduce myself, Audrey, by the way. Nice to meet you. And, just see whatever it is you're painting.
Whatever I'm painting isn't quite finished. Can't show people unfinished work.
Well, I'd argue that art is never truly finished in the eyes of an artist, but people may still want to see it.
Well, people should really mind their own business until a project is complete.
Well, then don't consider me part of your audience. Consider me another artist providing constructive criticism.
And what advice can a writer possibly give a painter?
Well, if you must know, Wait. You know I'm a writer?
There she sits, a woman of great proficiency and talent, possessing skills incomparable to that of her peers. A novelist in the making. And yet she lacks the one thing all writers need: inspiration. And so she must seek it in others. Human connection means nothing to her. People must be reduced to plot devices. They exist as mere archetypes of whatever narrative she creates. Some days, she gets so close to perfection as her ink bleeds onto the page, writing heartfelt soliloquies punctuated by poetic verses of prose, and she thinks, maybe I have it. Other days, she stares into the blank page, wondering if it'll become anything of note. But that's what I admire about her. Every day, without fail, she comes to the same bench at the same time, pen and paper in hand, and refuses to leave until the page has spoken to her. In truth, she really is hearing her own voice. Because a page is like a mirror after all. It always reflects what it sees in its writer, even if they don't know it yet.
I told you it wasn't finished yet. Look, I know it's not right for me to paint you without asking.
No, it's beautiful, but why me?
Well, you seem like a fascinating character. And every artist needs a muse, don't you think?
I never used to see myself as the main character of my own story, rather the narrator of everyone else's. That's what it meant to me to be an artist. You couldn't also be the muse. But I suppose every piece of art ever made is a window into the artist's mind, whether they knew it or not. Whatever this book ends up saying about me, one thing is certain. I am the main character. Always was. Always will be.